been a devastating week for reproductive freedom in the state of Florida. The Senate has passed their 6-week abortion ban that also allocates $25 million to crisis pregnancy centers, which are anti-abortion clinics that are often not even staffed by real healthcare providers. And of course, we know that last night, about 11 individuals that were protesting against this abortion ban were also arrested, including the chairwoman of the Democratic Party, Nikki Fried, and the minority leader of the Senate Democrats, Lauren Book. I was there at the jailhouse till 2:30 in the morning to ensure that everybody was safely released. But it just comes to show that in Florida, freedom comes here to die. And whether it's our bodily autonomy or our First Amendment rights, things are very dire when it comes to our collective freedoms. And I just want to emphasize how essential abortion is as health care. Right. You know, I've heard a lot of rhetoric come from the right. It seems that our Republican colleagues are emboldened to use really sensational and inaccurate information that describes what abortion is. Abortion is health care. Abortion is life-saving. Abortion is about dignity. It is about self-determination, and making decisions about one's family and future should be decided between that woman, her family, her doctrine, her faith, and not politicians. I don't care how many buzzwords you try to use or fake medical terms. What you are doing is stripping away the rights of more than half of our state, mimicking some of the most extreme states in the country that have terrible maternal health outcomes, that have some of the worst rates of sexual assault. And the exceptions that are in this bill are also a mirage. They're not legitimate. I mean, let's remember that even with exceptions in place, if there are no providers to support you in making that decision, you will not have an exception. With a 6-week abortion ban, you will see abortion providers leave the state of Florida because they're not going to have the ability to provide a full range of services they need to. So even if you are able to get that police report, go through that burden of proof for an exception in those tragic circumstances, you will struggle to find a provider to support you, especially within that 15-week time frame. We are already seeing patients be allowed to become more sick before their doctors will provide them with care. And we're seeing forced pregnancy of individuals that are unable to receive the financial support to leave the state. And of course, I want to acknowledge how these abortion bans have such a negative impact on young people, on people of color, people who are low income. So the devastation is going to be felt much more heavier for those who already don't have resources to access preventative care, let alone the ability to make this personal decision.